are so excited today to have our very own Kinsley Centers joining us in studio. And Kinsley has some tips for us today. You know, Kinsley's a new mom, and so we're so excited to have her here to share some tips for new moms from a new mom. So Kinsley, thanks for joining us.
I am so glad to be here, and wow, what a great show to tune in whenever you're having a cup of coffee, getting the kids ready for school. Morning Mingle is going to be where it's at, and I'm so honored and blessed to be today's first guest. How fun is that?
I know it. We're so excited to have you, and we think it's a great way to start the show.
You are forever crowned as the first guest of Morning Mingle, and nobody's going to be able to take that away from you.
Wow, I love it.
Right. Well, Kinsley, we'd love to hear a little bit from you about your family, and we know you recently had a baby girl, Kylan Reese, so tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, so I am a new mom, and for background, my husband and I, we are really the all-American love story. It's truly one of my favorite love stories to tell. So we were high school sweethearts. It all started with prom. I was a junior and he was a senior, and he asked me to prom, and truly the rest is history. We went to prom together my senior year as well. He proposed in September of 2020, and then we got married in October of 2021, and here we are. We welcomed our new baby girl this year, and it has been such a whirlwind. We're from Tuscaloosa County. We graduated from Brookwood High School, and we are just so honored and blessed to be able to take on this new journey of parenthood, and it is truly one of the best chapters that we've had in our relationship. We've been together over 11 years now, and I feel like that we are just getting started as a family.
You know, I absolutely love that one photo of y'all with your baby announcement on the front page of the newspaper.
You know, we had to do a news spin. I am such a newsie, so I saw the idea of having a newspaper. I said, you know what, this is it. This is what we got to do.
Yeah, you had to, right? Well, Kinsley, tell us about your baby girl's name and why you chose to name her that.
So we went with Kylan Reese, and like I mentioned, we were high school sweethearts, and one of our math teachers had a daughter, and her name was so beautiful and so unique. It was Jolie. And I asked her one day, I said, where did you get that name from? She explained to me how her and her husband combined their names. And that had always stuck with me. And I always thought, you know, how can we combine Kinsley and Dylan? I did not have any luck at first because I was trying to put Dylan's name first. I was like, we can't go with Dinsley, Delinsley. What can we do? And then one day I saw the name Kylan, and it just stuck. And so we went with K-Y-L-I-N because she needed to have an I in her name, just like I do, because I always heart it with a heart. Dot it with a heart. And so she needed to do that growing up. And then my husband Dylan, he found the name Reese, and we just fell in love. So we went with Kylan Reese, little mixture of both of us.
I think that's so sweet and so creative as well, and how special to be able to combine both of your names for sweet Kylan Reese.
Definitely.
Well, that's a really unique idea. That's one that I've never thought of as far as naming a kid. Usually you try to look toward like a family name or something like that you kind of extend down. So
totally.
Being able to combine names, that is a very, very unique idea that I have not heard of before.
I know. Honestly, same. So
Yeah.
I absolutely love it, Kinsley. Well, let's chat a little bit about you being a mom. What have you loved most about this?
It's so hard to describe, and I always heard whenever I announced that I was pregnant and then becoming a mother, moms would tell me, you know, it's a love that is like no other, and you don't understand that until that baby is in your arms. And I love everything about being a mom. It has truly changed my life for the better. And I always tell people, this is my new ministry. This is something that I want to and am pouring every single ounce of my energy, my love into her, and hoping to raise her into such a good citizen and just a good person. I speak truth over her every single day, and I just love every single thing about being a mom. It is really hard to describe, but my fellow moms out there know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's like that you can relate, right? And
finally, yes.
Yeah, it's like you understand now. So, you know, what have been maybe some challenges that you didn't expect about motherhood that maybe you could share some encouragement to other new moms out there?
Yeah, so there's a lot of challenges. I would say that every day is a challenge in the best way. Every day, whenever my feet hit the floor, I am just the sole provider for her. And so every single day is a challenge. Every little cry is a challenge. Every little bit of uncomfortableness is a challenge if she's not feeling well, but also a challenge in the best way of how can I be the best version of myself for her to look up to. And I know right now she's only coming up on 3 months old, but right now, I'm making memories not for her to remember, but for my husband and I to remember, and for our family to remember as well. I will say that pregnancy was very hard. I had a healthy pregnancy up until the last bit. I had to end up wearing a heart monitor. I struggled with carpal tunnel really bad, which I didn't even know was a symptom. Let me tell you, if you are pregnant out there, just know that you are not alone, and that there's a lot of things that went on during my pregnancy that no one warned me about or told me about, but that's because every body is different and every pregnancy is different. So no matter how much research you do, how many books you read, how many people you talk to, there's always going to be one little symptom that sneaks up that you had no idea about. But I will say that it is, of course, all worth it, and I'm healthy now. I gave birth to a beautiful, healthy baby girl. But again, it was a big challenge back to having to wear a heart monitor towards the last bit of my pregnancy. And then 2 days after I gave birth, I had to have a blood transfusion. And so it sounded really scary, which it is, but in that moment, I just stopped and prayed and reflected on how am I going to be able to overcome this to, again, be the best mother that I can be for Kylan Reese and continue to be the best wife I can be for my husband, Dylan. And so everything went smoothly. Everything is good to go. But to all the pregnant women out there, and if you're getting ready to give birth and everything, I just want to say that you're not alone and that everything is in God's hands as always, and just continue to trust in Him, and it's going to be okay. No matter how scary it feels, you know that you're going to be able to overcome it. And also, no one told me how empowered I would feel after I gave birth. I felt like I was on top of the world.
Wow.
No one could tell me anything. It was such a surreal, beautiful moment.
Well, what a journey, Kinsley. And thank you for sharing about
Yeah.
all of that.
Of
And
course.
of course, that moment of empowerment as well.
It was
as well.
crazy. Again, indescribable. You can't even put it into words.
Well, Kinsley, thank you for sharing all that and opening up about that journey as well for you and some of those challenges that you faced. And
Of course.
I know that you are just loving every moment of motherhood because I can tell from your social media how much you love it. Tell us all about Mommy Mondays and how people can follow you.
Okay, so I created Mommy Mondays to kind of create a community of moms to come together, because I feel like society has put motherhood and parenthood as a burden when it is everything but that. That is farther from the truth. Again, like I said, it is truly the best chapter of my life, and we're just getting started. She's only about to be 3 months old, so we have a whole lifetime ahead of making memories and being parents. But so Mommy Monday is on my Facebook page at Kinsley Centers, and every Monday I post some advice, a story, some quick tips, what's in my diaper bag. How are we feeling? Kind of like a mental health check-in as well, because at the end of the day, us moms, we got to stick together. And so I hope that you're able to follow me, interact. And this isn't just for women with newborns. This is for women who have toddlers, who have teenagers, who have adults, because you're not just a mom whenever you have a newborn. You're a mom for the rest of your life.
Well, Kinsley, that's so exciting, and we've loved following you on
Yes.
social media and seeing all of that for sure, and so glad that other people can now know how to follow you as well.
Definitely.
And
It's so fun.
It's been a lot of fun for us just as a newsroom to watch this whole journey between you first becoming pregnant, just you going through this whole process of giving birth. And I'm sure everybody is so excited at the newsroom to be able to meet Kylan and just do all the things that you would get to do as a new mom.
Oh,
it's been so
definitely.
much fun to see. Big Taylor Swift fan. I
Huge.
think anybody that knows you, huge Taylor Swift fan.
Swiftie.
How's that process coming along for the new baby? I'm sure she's
Oh,
been exposed
yeah.
to Taylor Swift at least in
She
some form.
loves Taylor Swift. She's going to be a little Swiftie as well.
Oh,
So
my
Taylor
goodness.
Swift, she just announced that she's having a new album come out October 3rd, which is going to be The Life of a Showgirl. And so I did a pre-order. I collect all the vinyls.
Oh, yeah.
And I went ahead and ordered Kylan Reese a collectible CD because I have to get her collection going. You know, it's just all a part of it. She's going to love it. I know she is.
Got to start early, right?
Gotta start early. It is so funny. I would listen to Taylor Swift while I was pregnant, of course, cleaning the house. And, you know, they say that they can hear your voice and your singing and music as well. So I would always sing, you know, the early days of Taylor Swift to her latest, The Torture Poets Department album. And I just have a feeling that she's going to grow up and be a big Swiftie like me.
Oh, you should. If she winds up being anything like you, yes, I'm sure she will be a massive Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
Totally.
she'll be a big fan. Well, Kinsley, it has been so much fun having you on Morning Mingle this morning, and something you mentioned earlier about, you know, just wanting to be a role model for your daughter. And from the very beginning, ever since you announced your pregnancy, I just knew you would be the best role model for her, and she has a wonderful mom to look up to. So thank you so much for joining us this morning on Morning Mingle. It's been
Thank you for
great.
having me. It's been great. Thank you.